We continue with our coverage on the special matric class of 2023. Well, what is the pass rate, you ask? 82.9%. This is the class that's achieved the highest pass rate since democracy. Now, Imbali Combined School, located in Orange Farm in the south of Johannesburg, it's defied all odds, achieving a 100% pass rate. Now, to tell us how they managed to achieve this, despite the challenges stacked against them, we're joined in studio by the school's two top achievers, Ndumeliso, Ramathavha. She got 3 distinctions. We then have Mandisi, Nyathi, who got 2 distinctions, and then accompanying them is the founder of the school, Winnie Mazibuko-Mahasela. Let's start with you, Ma'am. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
When you established this school, did you ever think that it would achieve such an impressive feat?
I never thought of that, because the reason when we established that school, it was because of I grew up from the Bundus, Natal, from the poor family. I never thought such that if I'm starting this thing, it will happen like this. And it was 1989.
1989.
The first school in Orange Farm, among all those schools which are there, the independent and the public schools, but our school was the first one. We came in Orange Farm from Soweto in 1989, 13 July. And then I just thought of, no, the way I grew up from the poor family, I didn't have anything to think about. Let me just help the community if I can open the preschool or the crèche.
Yeah.
Instead of opening, I opened the crèche for 2 days. We arrived there at Orange Farm in 1989, July 13. 14, 15, I had only 10, the babies, the small one.
Yeah.
Then from there, the community started and said, but what are we going to do? Aren't you open a school? Because there are no schools here. I said, let me take a chance. I took a chance. I started to have 40 children a day. When there were 40, I've never been a teacher. I've never thought about teaching.
Yeah.
But I said, I'm taking a risk. I said, now I'm going to help these people. I started to look for somebody who's going to be a teacher. I didn't even know what will they need from the Department of Education. And then I took one, a lady, and then a man. I said, no, man, I've got my family. They are learned. Let me just tell them that we are opening a school, and they were from Soweto, Orlando East, and White City. Then some of them, they were just standard 4. We were saying standard 4, now they're saying grade 6, no? And they were not even educated for teaching these children.
Yeah.
But I said, we'll do it. Surely I do it.
Well, as they say, the rest is history. I have to say congratulations to you, Ma'am, for the achievement that this school has managed in 2023, a 100% pass rate. Let's talk to the lady who got 3 distinctions. Ndumeliso, talk to us first about the preparations, how you studied. Was it easy? Was it difficult?
It was very challenging. At home, we do not have electricity stuff. So my mother, we use battery for electricity supply. So I would usually wake up at 3 a.m. and then study for 2 hours, take a break, then sleep, prepare myself going to school the very same day.
Yeah.
Sometimes working hours was very hard. Sometimes it was easy, but it was really worth it.
Yeah.
Now I can see that my determination was really worth it.
We're going to talk about those subjects that you really aced. Let's turn our attention to Mandisi. 2 distinctions with you as well. How did you prepare for this exam? How easy or difficult was it?
It was a very challenging journey, I can say.
Yeah.
I used to get home at around 6, and then I'll take a bath and then take a nap, because around 7 and 8 everyone is awake. There's some noise, so I would wait for everyone to sleep. And then around 10 I would wake up, prepare for studying, because I had drafted a study timetable. So I'll check with which subjects must I study, and then follow the timetable until around 2, and then I would sleep and then wake up at 5, prepare to go to school.
How far is the school from your home, for example?
It's about an hour.
And how do you get there?
It's by taxis.
By taxi.
Yes.
And you, Ndumeliso? How far is the school from your home?
It's about 20 minutes to get to school.
Yeah.
Using a taxi.
Ma'am Winnie, talk to us about scholar transport. Is there such that exists? Because, by the way, these schools are classified in many different ways by the education department. There's, I think, quintile 1 to 5. Which quintile is Imbali, and do they provide the education department scholar transport?
Nothing. Parents, it's them to see for their children what is happening. I just give them the education, the classes. That is all. Because if the government will never give us a transport, it's only a subsidy to pay for the teachers. Anything except that, and it's worse now. Before it was better because we were getting also food from the government.
Yeah.
But the things have changed. You have to see to finish. You feed these adults which they don't have food from their homes. It's up to you if you don't look after those children, because you're going to lose those children. They will go to the government school.
How appreciative is the community? When I say the community, the parents of pupils or children like Ndumeliso, like Mandisi. How grateful are they to you today for ensuring that a school is established? Yes, it might be a distance. 1 hour is what Mandisi has to travel to get to school. But at the end of the day, she gets there and there is teaching and learning. How appreciative is the community?
Oh, they are very, very happy. They are very happy, even the educators, myself. It's like a dream, because this is not the first one. This is the 5th year getting 100%.
Year number 5?
Yes. Here they in front of me. It's them who are giving these children both number 5. So it's like, I don't know. Can I say it's ancestors, or it's God, or there's something which I've done? I don't know.
Ndumeliso is laughing at you when you say you're not sure who to thank exactly, ancestors or God. Ndumeliso, talk to us about the subject that you got 3 distinctions for. Which ones?
It's mathematical literacy, history, and tourism.
Imagine that. And you know maths.
Yeah, math.
Very important subject. How did you manage that?
I just, on the maths and history side, those are my favorite subjects.
Yeah.
And then the tourism one, I don't know how I managed to get a distinction in tourism, but maths and history, I was very sure. The day I wrote my maths exam, I was very sure that I got a distinction in maths. The day I wrote my history papers, both of them, I was sure that I got history distinction. Like, talk about history, I'm in.
So you know the history of this country like the back of your hand. I'm going to test that knowledge. Mandisi, which subject did you ace?
This is home language and tourism.
The tourism. Do you guys like tourism? What is it about tourism that you like? Nothing really.
Yes.
It's just a subject, but you happen to ace it.
Yes.
Why do you find it easy? Was it easy, an easy subject to do, or slightly challenging, but you just had to put a little bit of effort?
I think our teacher made it easy for us.
Aha.
Yes.
See, that's important. The teachers.
Yes.
The quality of teachers, Mama Winnie. That's very important. Just the other day, seated where you are, was the MEC of Education in the Eastern Cape. And I asked this very question about teachers because in 10 years' time, the experts are saying that a good number of teachers, in fact half of teachers, particularly in public schooling environment, they're going to retire because they're old. And it's going to leave a gap. Now, the worry is that the quality of teachers that is going to replace the good that are there now. How did you manage to get teachers who are dedicated, but also importantly, who are qualified in the subjects that they teach?
You know, sometimes I would just divert a little bit. God just gave me, I don't know how. My daughter, she is there. She's in front of you. She didn't want teaching. She didn't want education total. But she was learning because she's got also the higher grade. She's having, now she's going for masters. I just drag her and say, you know, if you don't want to come and help me in the school, that means you have killed me because it was my dream.
Yeah.
I've never thought of such that she would be so, can I say cruel or strong? I don't know. Because
dedicated, perhaps.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
Because if she does enter into the class, you can just forget. Maths, she didn't want maths, but she was very good to maths. She was teaching maths. Then after that, I said, go back to school. And then she went to university. It's where if she passed. She started to go back to the teachers and say, I want all the teachers who are qualified. Because if you don't have says, you better go. If you are not teaching these children, you better leave. I say thank you also from her. And the elder one also is working at the public school. She is helping us also with the language. So unfortunately, I'm lucky.
Let's take a break because when we come back, we're going to talk the future now. You've gotten some of these distinctions. What does the future hold? In a moment, we'll continue the conversation. You're watching Newsfeed AM. If you're just joining us, well, lucky for you because you find us in the middle of a conversation that has long started. We're tapering down now, and in studio with me are students from Imbali Combined School. It's located in Orange Farm, and one of those students, the top achiever, in fact, she received 3 distinctions. Her name is Ndumeliso Ramathavha, and her fellow classmate, or should we say schoolmate, is Mandisi Nyathi. She received 2 distinctions. What a feat. And then, accompanying them is the founder of the school, Umama Winnie Mazibuko-Mahasela. Let's start with you, Ndumeliso. You've now achieved what, by the way, the Minister of Higher Education is saying, the most amount of bachelor passes ever achieved in this country since 1994. That means that you guys have university entries through your results. That's a massive feat. I never got that. I'm revealing that for the first time on air, on live TV. But have you applied to university? Is that the plan? What are you going to study there, if indeed you're going to university?
Yes, I did apply plenty of universities. And some of them, I actually applied for 3 enrollment, which is first one I applied for psychology, the second one for law, and the third one for Bachelor of Arts in Drama and Theatre.
Do you know which university you're going to? Or you wish to go to?
I wish to go to Wits. I wish.
You wish to go to
Wits. But unfortunately, the time I applied, it was already late, so I couldn't apply. And they're not open for late applications.
Yeah. But so, which university, therefore, are you going to go to now?
I have to select. I will have to select because I do have faith that I'm going to be accepted in all the universities that I did apply to.
Crossing fingers.
Crossing fingers.
Mandisi?
Yes.
So which university have you applied to, and do you know exactly what it is that you're going to be studying?
Yes. I want to study dentistry, and I have applied at the University of Wits and the University of Western Cape.
And have you had any replies?
No, they just sent me emails last year that I've met the minimum requirements. They're just waiting for the final results.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mam Winnie, let's come to you. When the Minister of Basic Education says this is the class that's achieved the most amount of bachelor passes, I think it's about close to 300,000. That's the number. It's 290-something thousand, if I'm not mistaken. How does that make you feel? I know that this is nothing new to you. You've already told us that your school has achieved 100% pass rate over 5 years now. But bachelor passes, university entries, are sometimes difficult to come by. Does that make you prouder of these children?
Really, I am proud, but after that, I became a little bit worried because children, they pass, they go to the universities. At the end of the day, they don't get where to work.
Yeah.
They end up fall into the trap of the drugs and all those things, yet they are educated. But you became very happy.
Yeah.
But a lot of our children are just roaming around in the location. That is our big worry, my worry.
You touch on such an important point, and I have to pose it to these two bright minds that are with us in the studio. The minister yesterday spoke about social ills. She focused the attention on teenage pregnancy, and she was really trying to say at the school that she was addressing that don't do this whilst you're still at school. Don't fall pregnant while you're still at school, because it's going to pull you backwards from your goals. What were some of your sacrifices, Ndumeliso, when you were preparing for this matric exam, and perhaps throughout your school year? How did you avoid getting into such traps? Umama talks about drugs. That's something that's ruining a lot of lives in the areas in which we live. How did you avoid all of this stuff?
I remember that I limited my time with friends. I no longer hang out with my friends as much as I used to.
Yeah. So
I limited time with my friends, and I spent so much time in studying instead of being on my cellular phone. So I think that those two things are the one that saved me from everything that could have happened to me.
Mandisi, did you avoid clubs, going out partying a lot? What sacrifices did you make when you were preparing for these exams?
So I limited my time on social media, and I avoided spending much time with friends. I made sure that I'm always focused on my studies.
How much of a time waster is social media? Because you're not the only students I have read about and I have spoken to since this period of matric results being released who are saying, I deleted all of my social media accounts because it's a time waster. What accounts did you have, for example?
Like TikTok, it's so addictive.
How did I know
just go
TikTok
there
was
to watch
very
one
addictive?
video, you end up spending almost 2 hours there.
Yeah.
So I made sure that I delete TikTok.
Instagram?
Definitely.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter, mention it all.
Another important point that Umama raises is people go to school, pass with great results. You go to university, come out of there, you graduate, you don't have a job. Did you take time to think about which subjects you want to pursue, or rather which career you want to pursue, so that you can easily be absorbed into the world of work? Because opportunities are hard to come by in this country. Have you given it a good thought as to why you've chosen the path that you're going to in university?
No.
Not really.
Yes.
No.
Ndumeliso?
No.
Engineering? I mean, you've done well in math. Is that something that you
Mathematical literacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do we encourage the children, Mum, to take the difficult subjects sometimes so that they are able to get into job-absorbing careers?
It's a difficult one, that. You know, sometimes if you're talking to the children, you tell them that you mustn't just feel disappointed if you don't get the job while you do have the degree and whatever. But make it a point that you try to have something while you're still waiting for God to give you the job. Like myself, I was a nurse. And I just said, when I saw people dying in front of me, I said, I didn't know that they don't give you tablets to have maybe to be strong, to look at such things, people dying and do this and this and this. I just quit. Then from there, I thought of myself, what must I do? I started to say, let me get married. And then also there, it was difficult because I wanted the rich people. When I went for the rich people to have the poor person, they were treating me like, I quit. And I started to go and think about myself. What must I do? Yeah. I went to the sewing, designing, sewing. And then to sew, I said, no. Sometimes I'm fighting with the people.
Yeah.
I went to the furniture shops to be a sales lady.
Wow.
It's where then the salesmanship opened my mind. It's then I started to think about, no man, let me help the people with education. Why am I not open the creches? I had creches, and then from there the preschool, I go for the school.
Yeah.
So to do not sit down and said, I will wait until I get what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's what I'm encouraging them.
Those are the words of advice from the founder of your school. Congratulations to you, and the future looks bright. Pursue your goals without any hesitation. Congratulations to you, Mandisi. And Ndumeliso, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
It's a massive achievement what you guys have done. Continue to make your parents and indeed the community at large even prouder. Thank you very much for bringing them here, Mum, and for establishing that school. We'll remember it. Imbali Combined School in Orange Farm.
Also, I want to thank you. I want to thank people, teachers, my educators, and I want to thank my daughter to allow to come to my school to be a deputy director, because now sometimes she directed me instead of to direct her. But it shows that what she's doing well. And I thank also yourself to bring us. I've never thought yourself that one day I'll come to the TV, became so nice and lookable for Imbali. The world will look at us Imbali, the poor place, informal settlement, orange farms. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mom. It's people like you who are everyday heroes, and I mean that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You are our modern-day hero. So continue to inspire this community of Orange Farm. Thank you.